We'll open a special session. At this time, I'll call this meeting to order, and if you'll all rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So, before we begin, I would like to ask that we take a moment of silence to recognize Ms. Sandy Peltz, an ardent supporter of the Alhambra School District. Ms. Peltz was a former governing board member, employee, and longtime community member. She served on the governing board from January 1997 through June 30th, 2007. Ms. Peltz passed away last weekend. I ask for a moment of silence, please. Thank you. So at this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes carried. Information, proposals, and recognition.
Mr. Zamora, members of the board, we are having a very exciting thing in just a couple of minutes, and I'm looking straight at her right now. But we are very proud to announce that one of our great soldiers in this district is being honored, and I'm going to turn it over to Mayor Whalen, Superintendent of Academic Service. Mayor?
Thank you. Well, tonight we are pleased to have joining with us Ms. Kathy Poplin, Executive Director of the Arizona Technology and Education Association. The Arizona Technology and Education Association is a professional nonprofit organization whose mission is to increase student achievement through technology in teaching and learning. Mrs. Poplin is here to honor one of our own Alhambra team members. This is especially special as Mrs. Poplin's children are products of the Alhambra School District too. So welcome, Mrs. Poplin.
President Zamora, Mr. Islas, members of the board and staff, I am Kathy Poplin, and yes, I'm a proud Alhambra parent. And, absolutely. So, I was going to say I'm from AZTEA, but you already know that because of the introduction. I am pleased to be here tonight to present to a dear friend of mine, the Ruth Catalano 2015 Friend of Technology and Service Award to one of your staff members, Nan Williams. This award was officially presented on October 17th in Prescott at our AZTEA Fall Conference. At that time, it was a big surprise, and it was a really warm felt award given. So I want to give you some background about the award. Dr. Ruth Catalano was committed to education and had a lifelong dedication to technology and education. She's considered the official grandmother of AZTEA when it was created and continued to promote technology and education through conferences, webinars, and working with the Arizona Department of Ed after her retirement from the Washington School District. Ruth died prematurely in the summer of 2013. Our organization wanted to honor Ruth's contributions by creating this award, the Ruth Catalano Friend of Technology and Service Award. It's the most prestigious award that we give. The awardees must have Ruth's passion and demonstrate interest, support, and active participation in educational technology in any aspects. What I want to read for you now are the portions of the nomination that was put in for Nan and reasons why she is deserving of this award. Nan is a true leader in both her district and in the AZTEA organization. She has managed a variety of technology implementations in her district, and she's also been actively involved in AZTEA's Arizona STEM Education Collaborative since its beginning, and is our representative on that collaborative leadership team. Nan is an active administrator in her district, and her district is host to many of our AZTEA events. So then the award asks how she displays the criterion for the award, and I'm going to read to you 3 of those. Criterion 1 was this person needs to be an educational colleague who's migrated to and supports technology in education. The nomination was, yes, Nan is contagious when it comes to helping others and supporting ed tech. She will walk the second mile if it means students and teachers have technology access and technical guidance. She has led her district to be an ed tech leader in the state. And we're going to skip over to criterion number 3. And does this nominee incorporate technology into his or her charities, avocations, and personal life for the betterment of students in education? Yes. Nan is an active technology user. She models a variety of ways leaders use technology. Her smartphone is never too far from her side. Where is it, Nan? There we go. Criteria number 4. Is she an active, cheerful volunteer promoting technology and education by volunteering his or her time and expertise? Absolutely. Nan is one of the most cheerful volunteers AZTEA has had. She has been tirelessly in the role of AZTEA president for nearly 4 years. She was co-president of those 2 years, and when our past president had a crisis in her family, Nan filled in the gaps for 2 years. Without her, AZTEA could have easily faltered. She's the keeper of much of AZTEA's history and practices and willing to come to the rescue when something is needed. The STEM Collaborative is the result of her leadership capability. In ending, Nan truly supports the vision and mission of AZTEA. Don't start. She believes that every child deserves to learn through the effective use of technology and to explore fields where technology is used. She believes that teachers need to use technology in their classrooms, and she provides technology integration support through her department. She believes that we need to be an advocate voice for technology in education. She's a worthy recipient of the Ruth Calvano Technology, Friend of Technology, and Award. Help me graduate.
Oh, don't go anywhere now, real quick. You have room in this one. Nan, just yesterday we were talking, actually in council, and one of the things that makes, I think, her so unique and so deserving of this honor is she is a rare person who understands the technical side and the educational side and the learning side. And that is a very difficult person to find. And I always ask her to speak in English to me and explain it to me, and she can. Sharing in this honor, I do want to introduce her family is here with us tonight. And I want to welcome her mother, Ann Nash, who's here with us. Husband Eddie, who has done duty at my house, my house. And daughter Mia, who it's wonderful that we can be here, but we hear all about you all the time. Thank you for being here.
Dr. Williams, congratulations. We'll move on to the public comment, but there's none. We don't have any cards. So we'll move on to the board approve the consent agenda. Consent agenda documentation will be reviewed at the district office. Upon request of a governing board member, an item on the consent agenda can be removed and discussed at a regular agenda item. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, at this time I'll call. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes carried. At this time, I'll turn the mic over to Mr. Islas, our superintendent.
Mr. Zamora, members of the governing board, I'd like to inform the public and announce a couple of things that happened in our district this morning, or this week actually. You may remember a few weeks ago, the governing board showed its commitment to educating the whole child and our efforts to implement a robust extracurricular activities program from our students from K through 8th grade. This week, I appointed Karen Stengel. Karen, could you please stand up to this position? And Karen will be leading the charge for us to build a program rich in the arts, in athletics, and clubs. And I know you have the energy, but it's a huge undertaking. And this is a reflection, again, of the commitment of the board to educate our kids and to give them all these opportunities. Karen and I really thank you for taking on this challenge. Replacing her on an interim basis at Simpson School as the Simpson School interim principal is Dr. Tracy Lopman. Dr. Lopman will be at Simpson School for the time being and will certainly be joined by a few team members as they continue to work with the staff and the community at Simpson School while we put a process to hire the new principal at Simpson in place. In about possibly by next month, I will work with Mr. Rivera and HR to bring you a timeline and a process of when we are going to hire the new principal at Simpson for the following year and beyond. So thank you to both of you. Thank you, Dr. Lopman, for adjusting what you already do on our staff to help us at Simpson. And Karen, I look forward to all the great things that you're going to build in this extracurricular program.
Any comments?
Thank you. I want to say that I truly believe that, well, first of all, sorry, Dr. Lopman, thank you for stepping into the position and taking over. And I want to say that I truly believe there are a lot of highly talented, qualified people, leaders in this district that can have an opportunity now to showcase your talent when this position does open up. And that being said, I'd like to know, do we have a program in place for our aspiring leaders, and not only our aspiring leaders, but our administrators that are already in position, mentor program to continue to help them be successful?
Actually, let me comment on the first thing you said was absolutely, I agree with you. I think that we have a strong pool within our school system now. We are excited to see who in our district, whether they be in teaching positions, outreach coordinators, assistant principals, or directors, whoever that would be interested in taking on the Simpson job. So I'm very confident that we could find somebody here, so I certainly agree with you. Interesting that you mentioned a leadership program. Just this week in council, we discussed that Dr. White will be heading up a new leadership training program. She's actually going to be meeting with the heads of all the departments and working alongside with our executive directors and everyone. We should start to take a look at what will be in that program. But we certainly like the grow your own model and philosophy, and I believe once Dr. White has an opportunity to talk with teachers and other administrators and leaders, along with Mara in academic services and Doug and Michael, that will come to you with an outline plan on when we can implement that and what we're going to do.
All right, great, thank you.
So, with that, I'll say that I know that we now put someone in some places that I truly feel very comfortable. I know I've been asking for, and I know others on the board have been asking for, athletics and opportunities for our students. And for some time, while it is very important and just a huge part of what our history is here in Alhambra, which is academics, I've always felt that there was that need, that little bit of extra that we should put in, even if it meant going the extra mile, to give our students that opportunity and give them that little bit of extra for athletics, because that's part of becoming a leader. That's part of being not only a leader, but aspiring others to be like you and be a teammate. And so I just think it's so important. And also I'll chime in and say I think we do now leave Simpson in good hands. I know that my daughter was under very good leadership over at ATS, and I'm sure that that's going to continue at Simpson. And so I think this is a win-win for the district. And so those are my comments for this portion. But Ray, did you have something to say?
I just wanted to say that, you know, sports has been a big part of a lot of our lives. It's helped us to stay focused in school, and anymore, for our kids to compete at Alhambra or any of the other high schools, you almost have to be involved in a club or something to be competitive. And even though we haven't had this in a while, this is definitely a start for kids to start getting involved in athletics again in this district. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Actually, I appreciate the comments, and we appreciate the support from the board, and as we said, the education of the whole child. One of the things that's really exciting is that the entire extracurricular activities program is going to encompass lots of things. As you mentioned, clubs, sports, the arts. We have a great group of special area teachers that are excited about our new emphasis on band and choir and music and dance and all the things and all the talents and creativity that we could bring out in the kids. So it is something that's going to put a signature stamp on our district, and I can't wait to see what comes out of it. And Karen has the expertise and the passion and the energy, and it's going to be really neat. So thank you, board, for supporting our new vision.
Okay, at this time, we'll entertain some comments from the governing board. I don't need to give you the ammunition there. Is there any comments from the governing board?
President Zamora, members of the board, Mr. Eastles. Just to echo what was just said, but more on the lines of the parent meeting that was held at Simpson. I think everything was well received. I think it was a good opportunity for those parents to understand what's going on and ask some questions and interact. So thank you, Mr. Eastlos, for being there, putting that together. And thank you, Ms. Stengel and Dr. Loman, for being willing to make these moves right now, but also to stick there and answer questions and communicate with the community. I'm really glad about that. Secondly, just real quick, I want to thank everybody who voted in the elections on Tuesday. I think it's important, and this election showed that public education, especially judging by the passing of these elections in places like J.O. Combs in Pinal County and up north in Prescott, showed that there's an emphasis on public education again in the state, and this matters to voters. So thank you to everybody who took part in that, but also voted in that. And I'm excited to see, as Phoenix Union progresses on with this help, how this could work with us further as we continue on. So thank you. Mr. Burton.
Just quickly, I was invited to downtown to where the final tallies, if you will, on the Phoenix Union High School District bond. You know, the chain of command was there. And the more interesting to me were the number of high school kids from North and different high schools that were actually involved in going door to door and you know, explaining to residents, voters, you know, about why they should support it. And a lot of them got to talk at the event, And you're talking about sophomores that are already involved in the political process, you know. It was very, very impressive, very interesting. I was very proud of those young folks there. Thank you.
Any other things? The only thing I would say, I do want to make one comment is, we're coming into the season as we are, and next week we will be acknowledging on Wednesday the veterans that have fought so hard for us to be where we're at and have the opportunities that we have with our families and friends. And much of the time, while I don't agree with Walmart, I will say this, they do have a special program where lots of times we feel as individuals it's very hard to think about it, to go out of our way and take that time because of their needs or our wishes, that we sometimes don't make that special effort to lean over while they sit or whatever and say thank you. Because it means a lot to them. It means a lot of us that are veterans. And this week I'll be working along on Wednesday to serve a lot of veterans a meal, as I do every year. But if you can't feel that you can do that, I understand. But if you can do the green light, you know, just one green light outside your home. Because lots of times you don't know who your neighbors are. You don't know who the guy is next door, or the one that drives down your street. And that one effort, just to let them know that you care, that's all the thanks they need, just that little thank you. So if we can do that, I sure would appreciate it. I know I will be. And so let's just take an opportunity to say thank you, especially those that work in our district, because I know a lot of them. I know one that works here that we'll see here in just a few minutes when we leave, who worked so hard and was in the National Guard with me. Okay? And he's a tremendous man. He was a tremendous in my battalion. And so, you know, just that one thank you goes a long way.
Mr. Moore, members of the board, I know we have to stop commenting on things, but I'm so proud of the things that are going on in this district, and I want to get you guys home at a reasonable hour. But I'm going to ask Linda Jeffries, if you did, Linda, I know this is off the script, and if there's anything that Linda hates, it's if it's off the script. But the Alhambra Elementary School District is engaging in a new tradition. Linda, can you please talk about what we're doing on Tuesday? All right, first.
Absolutely. Thank you for this opportunity, President Zamora, members of the governing board. We are thrilled to host our first annual Veterans Day breakfast next Tuesday at 7:30 here in the boardroom. We have invited our employees who are veterans, or if they also have family members or close friends who have served our country. We're very excited about this program. I don't want to give everything away because it is something that we're really proud of, and we hope that it will be a great way for the Alhambra School District to thank those who have served our country. But we're thrilled to have the Alhambra High School Junior ROTC joining us. We have members of our own staff who will be here to perform. We've also put together a nice slideshow, and we have some student involvement. So without giving too much information, we hope that you're able to join us. For any of you who are here today and would also like to attend, we invite anyone who is here and who would like to be part of recognizing our military.
Thank you. So at this time, future meetings, an executive session, 5 p.m., regular meeting of the governing board will be held on December 3rd. And organizational meeting, special session, study session will be held on January 7, 2016. All meetings will be held here at 6:30 unless otherwise posted. And so at this time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?